From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Into the air right away is Allen. And this one is incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Allen going to audible to a different look. Off the play fake. Allen to the right side and intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Buechele. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Buechele. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They'll try and throw forward with Buechele. It's caught by Coleman. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And now an audible here into something else. Coleman, the man in motion left. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's Buechele to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 26 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. They'll look to throw. And he will get in to make it 8-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now Allen going to change it up. And again, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To the air, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here. Throw it away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take, punts.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Cook, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, it's Allen, eluding the pressure right. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Bills have taken the lead. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. Allen will try to throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because...
It got his man complete. Fights through him. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Davis running right. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. In motion, the tight end. Buechele looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Out of the gun now on third down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Davis fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 2. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And now they'll shift things around. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big gain there for the Bills. 43 yards. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. In motion comes the tight end left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This taken in by Kincaid. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Motion man is Shakir. Shotgun for Buechele. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Davis. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Has his man, it's Shakir. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Buechele. Touchdown, Bills! Shakir, 34 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. We have played 3 quarters. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. That is into the hands of Coleman downfield. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Buechele. Flushed out right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now they'll audible to something else. Coleman, the man in motion right. Throwing Buechele. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for two. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start, and we're underway here in South Philly. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Yeah! First carry now for Rico Dowdle. He'll work forward for a couple. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8. To throw into the stop. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, Prescott. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. There are 3 tight ends here on first and 10. On the ground is Dowdle. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up second and 2. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. They'll run with Dowdle. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They get 5 on third and 1. Prescott now. Go left side, but that's going to be...
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up the key third down?
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it's going to bring up a third down. Cooks going in motion. They're going to go jet sweep on third down. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Play action now to Prescott. This one incomplete. The defense to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. They'll come out throwing here to start. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now they'll set up to throw. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
On the play fake. Down. This one downfield complete to Cooks. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. And now after that opening touchdown, the offense is going to stay out and go for 2. That is caught. They get the 2-point conversion. What a start to this one. An 8-0 edge. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. They're going to be backed up to start. What a big hit on the return. Stopped him right in his tracks. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They're going to motion the tight end over here. A run. This is Gilliam. And he'll be taken down. And that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. We are through 1. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. And we're back in Philly in a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Man in motion, heading left. Now, faking the give. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall, but after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left, and for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Here's his man, it's Samuel. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. second down and 8. Let's go. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll look to throw. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
Let's go now.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
In motion, Shakir. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's going to be caught.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now Donald. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Here we go, 46. 26.
On play action. Here's Dak. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Play fake. Press up. Cooks able to pull that one in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. The play action. It's Prescott. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no time.
He is in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this 2-point try.
There you go. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. They'll take him down at the 3-yard line. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Going up top. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The Bills going to use their final timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Back to the air again on second and 10. That one's complete. It's Ray Davis. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. In motion, Shakir. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And he's going to have the Bills first down as they wind up getting 13 on fourth down. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point, something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
Back to the air once more on second down. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off.
Oh, he gets a good read defensively and interception. Picked off by Donovan Wilson.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
First down throw there is...
Pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall Incompletely, might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points. Let's go now.
They'll motion over Samuel. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. He's looking deep for Shakir. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
No, you're right. Did you read my screenshots? Did you look? I don't try in these games.
Caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of
Exactly. I'm not
inaccurate throw.
on offense or defense.
Team defense.
I don't play. I play for free. I don't try for free. That's what I say every game. And you have the audacity to talk with the way you play, bro? Come on.
They will go to 53. 26.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Into space at the 45. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is a tale as old as time. Mike.
Hey, at least he admits it. He admits it. I'm not trying. Other guys, oh, you suck. You trash. Just admit you suck.
Swing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
It's a three tight end look as they have it first and 10.
Here we go. Kill.
I didn't tell you this, but I say it every game, almost every game. This is a social experiment. Trying to see if, one, players are trying everything to win games. Check. Two, if they're prideful. Check. Three, if they talk. Check.
Here we go. 47. 26.
On second down, it's Dak. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
And the bonus, if they shit on the game. Check.
Inside the 20-yard
score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
It's not that players aren't smart and they don't do what this guy does. There's a reason they don't do what this guy does. When I titled my video, "Beating the Tryhard Scum," I wasn't even talking about him. I'm talking about every single Madden player out there. But this guy is worse. Worse than that. The other guy a few games ago, he put cover 2 man and fag D underneath, and by the time I realized it was too late. Right? I thought the last guy deserved to win, whatchamacallit, Tryhard of the Year? Maybe the Century? Nah. That guy just put cover 2 man and played Fag D under it. This guy, you guys saw what he did too. Holy shit.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's the run. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. On second and goal, they'll give him another shot. Powering forward. He's in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. That his second touchdown tonight. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this two-point try.
Hey, kill.
Back to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for two, and it does not pan out. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line.
voice of America, the city of brotherly love, the place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country, and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're underway from Philadelphia. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching the kick, because now they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry from Christian McCaffrey. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
There we go, sack.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Purdy gets this from the pistol. His first throw is an interception. And the Bills take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. So the first drive of the game ends not in points prop, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Putting the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing off the play fake here.
you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Motioning the tight end now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Let's go. Back to 60. Back to 60. Back to 11. Back to 11. Let's go.
Second and 10 now. This one's intercepted, and its target is Moore. And the 49ers are going to set up just beyond the 10-yard line. They're out and set, first and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Let's go now. Go.
Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So that was an exciting first quarter, but not the cleanest. A couple of early turnovers. A couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume.
Here we go.
They're looking at first down here.
Set up.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. They'll get this complete to Jennings. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Play action now with Purdy. Finds Kittle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a 49er first down. first half. Offense to the line for second down. Takes off right out of the read option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The 49ers hoping to put our first points on the board. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Now again, McCaffrey heading right. And he's brought down for a loss. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now,
Oh, it's a fake punter with the football. And it's intercepted. The defense wasn't fooled at all. Kyer Elam makes the play. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Complete to Coleman. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first.
it's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They are throwing
Don't
it
do it.
again.
Oh, you got me. Haha. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. I haven't seen a play like that in a long time. That definitely was not his user. He switched to it late, but it was not his user. That was good. Like I said, if I read one high, I'm going to slap fades. Just like players, will do certain things against, certain looks. But there's players who would do that. I remember back in the day, I give, all right. I give players a certain look. I would say if I knew how much time was left, right? Because I'm talking, I'm not putting certain defenses out there. And if I ever use her from the D line, it's not because I play like 99% of players. It's because certain defenses, you want the defense to play, you want the computer to play it out, Because when you play as a user, it's very like what's the word? Very tempting to want to like user certain things that you're seeing with your eyes, right? They could be using motion, and all of a sudden you're not playing discipline, you're not playing your zone the way it should be played. That don't work against anybody. Oh my god. I haven't used goal line unders. I actually took that out of my playbook. You wonder why. I took out slants out of my playbook. You wonder why. I'm pretty sure I don't have stick in my playbook. So no slants, no stick. I have the other goal line play, but just not goal line unders. Let's see what kind of player he is. I'm as close to scoring. What's he going to go for? Cheap, quick? Uh-oh. I was going to say, I was thinking, this is how my mind works, right? So I saw he had 3-4 seconds left. And when he came out of the huddle, my mind was thinking, yeah, it's fourth down because he only has enough time for one play. Would you look at that? That's how my mind works. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because for the most part, if the clock does stop, if it runs out, for the most part, it was only enough time for one more play. But what I mean is, there's times where I'm going through my reads. Nobody's open. I'm going boom, 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 back to the original read. So I'm having like 6, 7 reads, 8 reads on a play. Right? Because I'm reading the left side, middle, right, back to the middle, back to left, right? And it's not like they were playing fag D, but they would rush like 3 or 4. They just weren't able to get home. Oh my god. What the fuck? Here we go again. I have to, like I said, you guys may think it's weird because I do what I do, but I think it's worse if I tell players all of this after the game, after the fact, I win or lose, right? Especially if I'm losing. So as soon as we match up, I'm gonna tell them what kind of player I am. It's exhausting. It's exhausting that I have to tell every single player what kind of player I am. Not every single player, but it's funny. So on offensively, this is so both sides of the ball. This is a lot of shit that I don't do. Offensively, don't run the ball, one-dimensional. No scheme ever in 23 plus years playing. I will not read the defense at every level. I will just read the shell, basically, which is not enough. There's like 4 to 6 levels of the defense, and depending on your play, I would say more than that. Let's see. I don't pick plays to manipulate my opponent's user. Don't game plan for my opponent's user. Don't study my opponent's tendencies. So that's both for offense and defense. Let's see. No meta plays. Meaning, if I use a play that might be considered a meta play, I'm not going to spam it like every other player and use it until, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, that's the philosophy players have. I'm not going to do that, you know. I don't even know what's considered meta, to be honest. But I will never use a seam pass unless my opponent spammed it. Then I'll use it to tie or win. Very rarely throw corners, outs, curls. Corners, out, curls. Very rarely go with screens or RPOs. Let's see. I think that's about it offensively. Defensively, no user rush, no fag D. Yeah, the first one's open. All right. Now, when I tell players what kind of player I am, and I tell players what they do, there's not one player who hasn't proven me wrong yet. Every single player needs nothing but crossing routes. And like I said in the last game, of course, you need crossing routes, right? But, like, I'm not doing it every single play. These players, they need to have at least one somewhere. A lot of the times it's like double drags underneath and a dagger over the top. And then it's play action crossers. Then it's, other shit. And they just dress it all up nice to make it look nice, right? So what else? Like I said, defensively, no user rush, no fag D. I won't match up defensively, meaning that I'll put base defenses when they go, spread, and I'll put diamond quarters when they go, under center like goal line or single back. I just had to audible to a play by accident that had a motion. Oh. Let's see. I won't use the same play twice. Very rare. Super rare. 90, close to 100%. Defensively, I want audible constantly. Like, I won't give you one high. Like, constantly change the picture like every second or every 2 seconds. That's what players do. They'll go one high, show you 2 high, fake blitz, press, back out, like constantly. I'm not talking about just do it one play and then the next play do something different. I mean during pre-snap, like every 2 seconds. And I'm not being dramatic. It's every 2 seconds. Like 2 runs in a row because I'm talking. Let's see, one more thing offensively. Offensively, I pick plays that almost any defense can defend. Meaning cover 3, cover 2, cover 1, man, whatever. I am playing with the worst quarterback in the NFL, but people think I troll from that. People think I troll because I tell them I played with kickers and punters. Back when I played with kickers and punters, they thought I was trolling. No, I did that because I was trying to discipline myself for tournaments, and I'm undefeated in tournaments for that. There's mesh, right? One of these days, I should just take it out on the player. Just take it out on somebody. Take it out. Just do exactly what they do. Just crossers. Every fucking play. Run the ball when it's favorable. Really. Like, seriously. I mean, and here's the other thing. Because, like I said, I go quick on offense and defense. Players tell me I limit myself because I rarely use a seam, a corner, a post, a curl, right? And I get that, but come on. But I would say the ways I limit myself is because I don't run the ball. Because in tournaments, I'm not stupid. I run the ball just enough to make the defense play honest. That could be 12 to 15 carries. You know, some games it's different. God damn, thank God he held on to it. I mean, it's like, why is it sometimes they'll hold on to it and other times they drop it? Like, I really don't get it. You know what I mean? So, like, if there's another defender, there's times, like, I don't get it. Does it come down to the defender's ratings with tackling and hit power? Like, come on. Seriously. I'm up 7-0. I'm thinking it's like tied or I'm losing like 14-7, and we just started playing. Like, you see how my mind is? So, for example, I'll go through my reads on a play, and sometimes I'll have 6 to 8 reads on a play because, you know, they're rushing 3 or maybe they're only rushing 1 or 2 and whatever, you know, I don't know. I don't take a peek at the front. I should. You know, I know my weaknesses. I'm not afraid to tell them or mention them, you know, like other players. You know, I did not know how to go through my reads like everybody else. Defensively in these games, like I said, I won't match up and I won't read my own play art to look at the run fits. You know, I won't do that. Not that you need to, because, you know, I have enough experience. But I'm like I said, I'm gonna do basics defensively, offensively. You know, it's whatever. But defensively, like I said, I will check out defensively. For example, there are these players that will do so much. Inside zone, outside zone, draw, QB power, read option, triple option, shovel, and RPOs and screens and those easy pass concepts I talk about. You know, and then it's like defensively, bro, I'm checked out. Like, are you kidding me? Like I said, if it's a tournament game, I am trying ad nauseum, you know, to stop my opponent. You know, I'm taking my time every single play. There were so many games in tournaments that I had to. There were close games. I had to just like, I don't know, bite my tongue, swallow my pride, and read like really, really match up. There were certain players that would take their sweet ass time on the play call screen to like piss you off and just like lose patience and, you know, basically not match up because of it. And I tell you, it's smart as hell. It's smart as hell. But, you know, in these games, these meaningless games, it doesn't make sense. And I hate myself for doing that. I mean, not because, you know, what I mean is I will do that to a fault. Yeah, it was probably cover 2 hard flats, because if it's any other cover 2, you know, they're making it a little more dramatic, right? There's a little more dramatic effect. But I was gonna say, goddamn, my thumb was stuck and I couldn't do a spin rotation on an analog stick. I would say games like Madden probably are the main culprit for, like, I would say Call of Duty and Madden are probably the main culprits for, like, stick drift. You know, whatever they call it. Because you're using the analog sticks, like, primarily. See? That time it wasn't a hard flat. That time it was probably Tampa or something. Yep, Tampa. Well, you know, I'm not just going to say 100%, just say, oh, okay, that's what they told me, so it was Tampa. I'm not going to say that's what it was. The 3rd inches, guys. What did I say? I also forgot to mention that I don't read the situation, whether I talk or not. Because, guys, if it's 3rd inches, are you going with a run at a gun? Like, honestly. There was this one player. I was losing to him. He was trying to, run up the score to go up by 2 touchdowns. And on a 3rd and long or 4th and long, 3rd and long, or it was maybe like 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 4th and 3, 4th and 4. He decided to go basically with a play that was like I don't know. It was one of like those fake, whatchamacallit, the sprint. It kind of looked like the sprint rollout out of gun, but without like routes on the play. Right? And he, instead of going inside, he tries to go outside. I'm like, bro, do you not understand that when you're in gun, you are 5 to 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage? So it's like, even if I didn't have guys in pursuit, you were done, dead to rights. I mean, that's the type of players I face. You know, 4th and 2, what do you think I call a timeout? I called timeout and I had this bullshit play. Gnarble side of this suck. Yep, what I say. The audibles out of it suck. I might as well be down 14-0. Can't call timeout. Only thing I could do, obviously, I should have thought about letting a delay game happen. Just letting the play clock run out, or hiking it 3 times to cause a delay game. I said it pre-snap. Nobody's gonna tell you. They're just gonna run the play, and jeez, that's so fucking obvious, bro. It is. It's just so fucking obvious pre-snap. And the funny thing is, I just picked a play. Like I said, I just picked a play from the play call screen. First page, I pressed X, square, triangle. Usually it's X, obviously. And gave up a big play, for no reason. And now I'm forced to, not only that, there's a minute left in the game. So now he could possibly tie it. Right? Just realized there's less than a minute. There's a minute left in the game. And I gave up a play because I just pressed X on the first page. And then I'm like, because I don't know the situation and I didn't have no timeouts. Right? Exactly. I was going to say, why is he running inside? Cut it out. It's so wide open on the right side. Touchdown. Is he trying to be the last? Like, I'm trying to understand, like, these players. I don't know. I'm trying to understand their mind. Like me, I'm running outside to the right. It's wide open. You risk fumbling. You risk, like, not scoring. Mm-hmm. I just wish there was just one opponent who understands where I'm coming from. Like, in the 23 years, I don't know. I mute everybody I play, so the only time I listen to them is when they're winning big or I have a problem with how they're playing, and I just unmute them and I tell them what's up because we're shitting on the game. I don't know if this guy does or not, but there's like trying to win a game, and then there's like trying everything to win a game. It's like, are we representing our teams? Or are we coaching these teams in real life? Or are we like, NFL players here? Are we playing the actual game? Do we have money on the line in this game? Like, why do we result to the shit why do these players result to the shit that they result to? Like I said, end in the half, end in the game, I don't care what you do. End in the half, end in the game, I don't care. Oh, that was good, guy. I don't know timeout. Like, I have plays. I was losing pretty good to somebody. I come back, make it within, I don't know, one score, and he decides to not go quarters three deep. Like I told you, like bro, it won't. He backed out. He backed out with too high, and I said it's not gonna matter how far you back out because I have a play here to beat it. Do you need like certain defenses or quarters three deep right here? And he didn't listen. Literally just. I mean, I say I Tom Brady that bitch, but I don't know what the hell that is right there. Literally, I don't know. That might be Aaron Rodgers in that bitch. I don't know. I don't know who the hell would just do that for the first down. Hey, you'd be surprised. I mean, wasting? I mean, hey, you get a sack. Guess what? That 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. You know, in a crucial situation. You know, so. Yeah. I was gonna say there are times in the game where there's like 19 to 21 seconds left, like not the end and a half, but like, you know, in other plays, right? And all 19 and 21 seconds will run out. But apparently, when there's like 15 seconds left, like there was at the end of the half, all the clock does not run off. You tell me, how does that make sense? You know, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't. Ah, shit, I don't have that play. Fuck. But, yeah. Okay. I picked that play because I thought, like, it was the one that had the audible for my favorite play, because a lot of times if you can't find your play, as long as it's from the same set, you can audible to that play. You know what I mean? So I was like, But he had quarters three deep anyway. I'm not going to tell him what it is. He probably knows what I'm talking about. He probably knows what kind of play it is. I'm not going to even say what type of play it is or what kind of concept it is, because that would be a dead giveaway. Not a Hail Mary. I mean, it kind of works like one, but it's not a Hail Mary. No, it's not under center. That's all I'll say. Oh, I've seen play. I haven't seen this play in a long time. The reason for that is you only get 15 plays for every situation, and this isn't one of those, and I don't have it in my favorites either, for a reason. I don't like these kind of plays. They're long developing. But usually the flats will be good. And you always got to remember, you know, these are the Steelers. It doesn't matter if it's the 70s Steelers, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. They will hit you. You know what I mean? And when I say that I wish that players would understand where I'm coming from.
Before he could take that shot downfield. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back one. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that is knocked away. Incomplete. Nice play defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game late, and this is 3rd down.
18. Reload. Green 8.
The shotgun, Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter, and this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Green 8.
They'll give it to Harris again. And he's going to be swallowed up again.
Easy.
Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now
36
it's
power.
3rd down.
Blue 8.
Back to throw. Wilson. That's pulled in. Jockey Harris. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
19. Green 8.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. Intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
Just what a turn of events, Mike. You have the ball. You're thinking all we need to do is milk the clock, get into field goal range, and win this thing in regulation. But now after that turnover, you find yourself now back trailing, and I'm not sure there's enough time for them to come back.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Samuel, going to see what he can do. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Here comes 2nd down.
Oh my God. Why did my quarterback step up in the pocket? I had a wide open touchdown. And that would have been the tie. He wasn't, I don't believe, like I can remember usually, if my opponent rarely uses seam, I can remember it. So I don't believe he used the seam. But here we go. He's backing out. 4th, 3. Oh my God. Wow. Backing out defensively. The players probably think, "Oh, you're such a fucking whiner." Probably. I could just what's the word? Just assume that, players say that. Such a fucking whiner. Even with him backing out, I think I know why he's backing out. It's like an obvious tell what defense he's in right here, so I'm gonna audible something else here that might work. It's smart. I tell you, it's smart what he did. I think I know what it is because of that. But I gotta make sure everybody's getting single blocked here. Nobody's getting on blocked here. Yeah, okay. I was right, but and that's it. But like instead of saying good game, respect, first of all, I don't have respect and I don't care if somebody has respect for me, but I'm just saying because the way they play is how they have respect for me. This guy, I will say, not too bad when it comes to playing the game the right way. And once again, when I say playing the game the right way, now using meta, not spamming plays, not just running the ball based off reading the front, not just looking to constantly look for seams, corners, posts, easy, like 1 or 2 read plays, because I say everybody bases a scheme. The only player who probably doesn't use a scheme versus players who base their scheme around 1 or 2 reads. And I can't even tell if this guy only has 1 or 2 reads. Is he still making the game easy? Too easy? Yes. But it's more respectable than most players. First page coach's dish. I press fucking X again. And you wonder why I'm in this play again. It's wide open to run the ball again. Barring something like that. Come on. People wonder why I don't play Madden 26. I had some guys come over on my live. I'm like, how come you're not playing Madden 26? The other day they asked me. It's like, as soon as I said, why would I play that trash? They went off the live. Right? Why would I play that trash? They went off live. The one thing that sucks, I just saw his name for the first time all game. The one thing that sucks is most of the demographic are kids. And And it's the weird, funniest thing because the demographic of probably an NFL fan is not a kid. I would probably say the average age of an NFL fan or any football league fan is probably, I would say most are probably teenagers in college, right? And then you factor in old people that watch the game. So you could say anywhere between 25 to 30, 23 to 30 years old. But in Madden, I seem to be matched up with kids, and I'm pretty sure he's not a kid based off his name. But why is the demographic like kids? Now I base that on the times I do hear them talking, I can just hear them like sound like a kid. They're not talking to me usually, they're just talking to whoever or whatever. And they sound like they're 5 to 8 years old. And then I'll also look at my opponent's like games that they play, and they'll be Roblox or Fortnite. And I'm assuming like, oh, it must be a kid. Fortnite, but Roblox, you know. So oh, thank you, kind sir. I don't know if he truly, you know, is a good guy or, you know, he's trying to troll there. Like I said, everybody's trolling and everybody's trash talking. Look at that one. That time. I mean, if I do that, it's not 21-7. You know, I grade myself every play. It's tough to grade myself on that one play I got picked off because it's like perfect read. I read it pre-snap. I confirmed it, verified it post-snap, right? And it's just like I had to throw it to a point where it wasn't going to be too deep, but it was just tough to not have it too deep because that defender in the middle that I had to pass with that route was deep. So yeah, good. But you know, I'm not checking it down in that situation. It is what it is. See, I'll give you an example. Gun normal Y off. I read his play probably 3-4 times all game. We're talking about 50, 60 plays, right? I read it. This is probably third or fourth time. I know what to do against gun normal Y off. I'm not saying I can shut it down. I'm just saying I can take away certain things, and he would have to, you know, he would have to run the ball. He would have to. Why would he? He's still trying to pass it. I thought he was real. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't run up the score, but I usually tell players that actually disrespect the game worse than him. I tell players, oh, don't put your foot on the brakes now. You disrespected the game all game long. Don't stop now. You know. Now let's say the clock probably runs out, or yep. Well, that's what I'm saying. 19 seconds runs out. I'm not gonna lie. If I heard somebody like me talking the way I talk, I'd probably be annoyed as fuck too.
So this one, in the win column for the Steelers. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.